Hello and welcome back to Outside Views. Today we're diving into the latest developments in Britain's post-Brexit journey, and the news is intriguing. Britain's Brexit reset may now need a reset of its own. Keir Starmer's government has been working to repair the fractured relationship with the European Union, but as 2025 begins, it's clear that this task is far more complex than anticipated. Let's unpack what's happening, why it matters, and how we got here. To understand the present situation, we need to look at Brexit itself, and the 2016 referendum was a seismic event with 52% of voters opting to leave the European Union. It was sold as a path to reclaiming sovereignty, cutting ties with EU bureaucracy, and opening Britain to global trade opportunities. But the reality here has been far less straightforward. Since officially leaving the EU in 2020, the UK has faced economic challenges, trade disruptions, and strained diplomatic relations. The Trade and Cooperation Agreement, or TCA, that governs UK-EU relations has proven inadequate in addressing many of the complexities of Brexit. Enter Keir Starmer, who came to power in 2024 on a promise to reset Britain's relationship with the EU. His government has sought to rebuild trust with European leaders, and by most accounts, Starmer himself has made a good impression in Brussels. But as the details of this reset have unfolded, the challenges have become evident. One major sticking point has been the issue of youth mobility. I talked about this several times already. The EU has pushed for a program that would allow young people to move more freely between Britain and Europe for work or study, using time-limited visas. While the idea holds well with the public, it has sparked unease within Starmer's government. Labour strategists worry that any agreement resembling freedom of movement could be politically toxic, given the lingering influence of Brexit supporters in the UK. Starmer has reiterated that freedom of movement is a red line, leaving the youth mobility programme in limbo. And another contentious issue I already mentioned is fisheries. Access to British waters was a major rallying cry for Brexit supporters, symbolising the reclaiming of national control. But the EU's demand for extended fishing rights as part of any deeper cooperation has reignited the sensitive debate. This is a politically charged topic, and any perceived concessions could spark backlash from Eurosceptics and coastal communities. Complicating matters further, the European Commission has taken legal action against the UK over alleged breaches of the TCA. And this includes dispute over trade and regulatory alignment, highlighting the fragility of the current agreement. And these legal challenges have added to the sense of tension and uncertainty surrounding the Brexit reset. Despite these obstacles, there are areas where progress seems possible. And as I mentioned before, one promising avenue is defence. Both the UK and the EU share concerns about global security threats, and a defence agreement could serve as a common ground. A major meeting scheduled for February in Brussels will focus on security issues, offering an opportunity to build trust and demonstrate the benefits of closer collaboration. But even as these talks progress, Starmer faces significant political pressure at home. The Conservative opposition, led by Kemi Badenoch, has accused him of planning to give away hard-won Brexit freedoms, and Eurosceptic newspapers have characterized Starmer's approach as a capitulation, labeling his team as a surrender squad. This rhetoric underscores the deep divisions that remain over Brexit even years after the Brexit referendum. And across the channel, patience is wearing thin. A recent delegation from the European Parliament expressed frustration with the lack of concrete commitments from the UK. In a pointed comment, one EU official quoted the Spice Girls saying, "Tell us what you want, what you really, really want." You know that one. And this sentiment reflects a growing demand for clarity and decisiveness from the British government. Adding to the complexity, Europe's political landscape is shifting. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, one of Keir Starmer's key allies in rebuilding UK-EU relations, is expected to be gone soon, potentially being replaced by a Conservative leader less inclined to prioritise ties with Britain. And this could further complicate Starmer's efforts to reset relations. In the meantime, Starmer's government had its own demands. One priority is securing better terms for British artists touring in Europe, a sector that has been hit hard by post-Brexit bureaucracy. Another is reaching an agreement on agricultural trade, which would benefit British farmers. However, both issues are tied to broader questions about regulatory alignment and the role of the European Court of Justice, which remain politically sensitive in the UK. And Starmer's government also faces the challenge of navigating domestic skepticism about any closer ties with the EU. Brexit-supporting MPs and media outlets have painted even the modest proposals, like the youth mobility scheme, as steps towards reversing Brexit altogether. And this environment creates a high-stakes balancing act for Starmer, who must present tangible benefits of a reset without alienating either Eurosceptics or those who want more integration. And the UK's economic situation further complicates the matters. The post-Brexit trade disruptions have contributed to stagnating growth and declining exports, and businesses continue to report challenges in navigating new trade barriers with the EU, and sectors like manufacturing and agriculture have been hit particularly hard. And the promise of global Britain has not come either. And the Brexit cost really outweigh any benefits that were perceived at the time. But the reset will be, in any case, something small, as long as there will not be any big steps. And I personally do not expect any big steps from Starmer. Starmer could pursue agreements in fields of technology and stuff like that, but that nothing of this will repair any of the damages of Brexit. And the EU's insistence on adherence to its regulatory standards creates tension with Brexit's promise of regulatory independence. But our market, our rules, that's the way it is. And that's why, looking ahead, the upcoming EU-UK summit in 2025 will be a critical test of Starmer's reset strategy. He is under pressure to deliver results, but the path forward is fraught with obstacles. From legal disputes and political divisions to shifting alliances within the EU, the road to a meaningful reset will not be easy. No, it won't be. And beyond the immediate challenges, the broader question remains, what does Britain ultimately want from its relationship with the EU? Is the goal simply to repair the most immediate damage of Brexit, or is there a vision for a deeper partnership in the future? And the lack of clarity on these fundamental questions risks undermining the entire reset effort. So, Britain's Brexit reset is at a crossroads. Starmer's government must make some decisions now, and not rhetoric. Nevertheless, thank you for watching Outside Views again, and of course, as usual, I really want to know your opinion about this reset and what needs to be changed about this reset in the comments below the video. And until we see us in another post-Brexit video, stay informed, and the next video is right here in the end screen.